Hey, I'm your Korean dad. Today I wanted to bring you to one of my favorite restaurants. It's called Lily here in San Francisco. I want you to meet the owners, Lily and Lucy, and the chef, Rob. They're doing some really special stuff here, and I wanted you to meet them. So let's go check it out. Hi, how are you?
I'm wonderful now that I'm sitting in your presence.
Thanks for letting us come by and have a chat. You know, I've been to Lily a few times now,
Yep.
and I just wanted to bring the viewers to get to know you and Lucy and Lily and talk a little bit about what you're doing, because I feel like it's really special.
Well, thank you. I mean, it's coming from a pure place, it's coming from the heart, coming from, our mothers and grandmothers and traditions.
You're Vietnamese American.
Vietnamese American, born in Saigon, immigrated in '75 as a refugee.
And so how does that relate to the food for you? Because you're the chef here.
I grew up eating the food of my mom, and my grandma, and the food of my community, which I can say is traditional, but it's still American Vietnamese. Our palates evolved over time differently. And
Right.
It's just a function of In-N-Out Burger, McDonald's.
And also like what ingredients are available. It's
Yeah,
sometimes
I mean,
different than, what it was back in the motherland.
Look, we want to take traditional dishes, and we don't want to reinvent the wheel. We just want to shine it and make it roll a little faster.
Well, that's the thing for me is like being Korean American, growing up in this country and seeing things evolve regarding food and culture, immigration, different races and all, putting it all together. What you're doing here at Lily in terms of the food, the way it plays out, it's made me really emotional when I'm eating the food. Because even though I'm not Vietnamese American myself, there's something about what's going on here, what you're doing, what you're all doing, that in a lot of ways feels like more progress. It feels like more of a challenge. It feels like it challenges the diners and it challenges you, as you've shared, to really think about this stuff. It's not just about taking traditional dishes and making them sort of more palatable or more fancy or whatever. There's something here that really feels like it makes me proud. It's like the future. It's something that, gives me a glimpse into what our children and young people are going to be eating and how different cultures come together in food and just like in our society.
Yeah, I mean, it needs to be embraced by all, in my opinion, and that's what I wanted to do. And it gives me great joy to hear that makes you feel like that, because that's what it is, though.
I'm so glad that we got to have this chat. I'm so proud of you and everything that you've been doing. So what should we eat?
My family is from the north. They do two dishes that I really love, which is bún chả Hanoi, and that's a barbecued pork dish. These two dishes, bún chả Hanoi and chả cá lavang. Chả cá lavang
Chả cá lavang.
is a very, very famous restaurant in Hanoi.
Oh.
And they just do this one dish, which is marinated. It's marinated in turmeric. It's fish marinated in turmeric, and then just seared with onion and dill. And you eat it with, various lettuces and wraps and all that stuff. That's the way I want you to eat, is not with a knife and fork, but with your hands and with chopsticks and, just a myriad of ways to get the food in your mouth. So I think those two represent us extremely well, and
Sounds good to me.
I'll jump in and get that rolling.
Okay. Hi, Lily.
Hi.
This all looks so amazing. Can you show us how you eat it?
Okay, so first of all, you take a piece of lettuce. Just choose a big one. So this is all Vietnamese herbs. So this is little cilantro.
Okay, basil, cilantro. Uh-huh.
So you take a piece of noodle.
Oh, it's like a sheet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pickle. Piece of fish.
It was so sizzly when it came.
I know. So you wrap it around. And then you dip in the sauce.
Okay. Yeah. Sometimes when you go to a restaurant like this, people feel like, oh, I don't want to break the rules. I don't want to do it wrong. But like the way you were just kind of going shopping, like you were going grocery shopping, it made me feel really good and like, I can do that. Then I get one of the noodles. Oh, Oh yeah, the pickled vegetable. And then fish.
Yeah.
You did a little bit. I feel like I want to do more fish than you did. Is that okay?
Totally fine.
Okay. Got it wrapped, I think. It's a little bit dipping.
Yeah.
And then... It's so delicious. So in the restaurant, I'm sure sometimes you see people eating it a different way, like eating it raw.
Yeah, we have to throw away a lot of like vegetable mostly because we just pick the fish and the noodle and the chip, that's it.
How does it make you feel when you see people and they don't eat it like the right way?
A little bit sad.
Yeah.
Like, well, if part of us have to like introduce them to like, we really into our lettuce, vegetable, our green stuff.
Let's try this other one.
So they use the same similar style, but this one have pork, fish sauce, pork belly, and then have a lot of pickle on top of
So
it.
kind of eat it the same way?
The same way.
But what if I did the noodle first this time? Is that okay?
That's totally fine. Yeah, as long as you can wrap it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, okay. A little bit pickled vegetable, and then I have some more of these herbs. I'm gonna really go for the pork this one. Okay, is that okay?
Totally fine.
I didn't have enough lettuce to wrap it. Oh, so delicious. It's so good. When you and your sister wanted to open the restaurant, like, what was your vision? What was your idea?
Introduce people to our culture, not only just beef noodles pho, and then everything else. We have different things to eat.
Yeah. I feel like when I come here, there's something new. It feels very fresh. It feels like even though in a lot of ways it feels like it's another, Vietnamese restaurant. The food is, of course, beautiful and really delicious. There's another layer of what you're doing here. It feels very new. Like you could only do this in like 2020, 2021. You couldn't do this 10, 15 years ago. Does that make sense to you?
Because we are like a new generation, we want we adapt a lot from like the US and the Vietnam culture together. Like we want to like merge everything together and then want to introduce to people our own food in American style.
Yeah.
But like still stick with our roots.
Yeah, Lily, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I'm gonna eat some more. This is so delicious.
You should eat before it's cold out.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm so glad you got to join me today and come visit Lily here in San Francisco. Hear from Rob and Lily about the food and the restaurant and what they're trying to do here. The thing that they're doing here that's really special, that I don't know if they even realize it themselves, is that everything that they're doing is built on top of all the years of other Vietnamese restaurants here in America and around the world. Sometimes it can feel like everyone's done everything there is to do and you're just gonna do it your way. But that idea of being additive, in other words, like standing on the shoulders of giants, sometimes people say. The ways that we learn from the way people do stuff and find ways of adding more and more, that's progress. And then other people will come after us and add on to that and create new things their way. Can you think of some ways of doing this? In whatever you're doing through your life and work, that you're able to add on to what's come before? Let me know in the comments what you come up with. I really want to hear about it. And I really need to eat more of this. This fish is really delicious. I'm gonna try a bite with just the lettuce and fish.